A royal commission into family law should be considered if reforms currently underway do not address serious failings in the system, according to the outgoing Chief Justice of the Family Court. Chief Justice John Pascoe has told the National Family Law Conference in Brisbane family law had become increasingly complex. Earlier this year, Attorney General Christian Porter announced plans to merge the Family Court and the Federal Circuit Court, promising it would ease the significant delays and costs for people stuck in the system. The Australian Law Reform Commission, ALRC, is also conducting a wide-ranging review of the system, with its report due to be handed to the federal government in March next year. Lawyers have been critical of Mr. Porter's merger proposal, which would be the most significant shake-up of the sector since it was established in the 1970s. Arguing any changes should wait until the ALRC delivers its findings. Chief Justice Pascoe said there had been about 50 major inquiries into the Family Law Act, but argued further investigation might be required. In my view, if legislation and the ALRC report do not assuage public concerns about the family law system, it must surely be time to consider a royal commission into family law, Justice Pascoe said. This will allow comprehensive public discourse by all stakeholders on all elements of the family law system and the protection of children. Continual tinkering with the system, which we've seen over the past 40 years, in my opinion adds to complexity, uncertainty and cost, and often we don't tackle the really big issues such as the divide between child protection and the family law system. Whatever happens, the focus has to be on the best interests of children, including their safety, and the welfare of families. Mr. Porter also addressed the conference, urging family lawyers to support his proposed reforms. If federal Parliament misses this opportunity and we as lawyers and practitioners and members of the Australian legal community miss this opportunity, then it will necessarily be the case that the Australian people will make demands for even greater or more radical proposals and change, he said. I am not going to resile from that process of reform. But Mr. Porter's speech failed to convince the Law Council of Australia's Family Law Section Chair Wendy Kaler Thompson, who opposes the merger of the two courts.